Hello and welcome to another fantastic episode of The Framework of Tomorrow. I am your host, Keegan Goldfarb, and today is going to be a little different of an episode. It's going to be a little shorter, but today I'm going to be talking about the network I am in, Rally Network, and what that means for me and what it is. But before I get into that, I'm going to talk about our sponsor for the network and also for my show. If you're pursuing a higher education or want insight on life as a nurse, go and check out Ashley Luann K at the Minnesota Nurse on Instagram. Like always, if you go and check her out and, give her a little follow and a like, and maybe comment on a couple of her pictures, that helps not only her, but that helps me as well as the network, because then she's doing well. If she's doing well, we're doing well. We did our job, So yes, go and check her out at the Minnesota Nurse on Instagram. All right. So like I said, today's going to be a little different of an episode. It's going to be me talking about the network I'm in, Rally Network. I wanted to talk about this. So what are we? What is Rally Network? You're like, all right, what is it? So we are a group of podcasters who want to initiate conversation and thought within our communities and in the world on various subjects. So for example, I am a history podcast and I want to use the framework of history. So I talk about history and kind of what certain things are going to look like in the future. So I want to initiate conversation on, hey, we can learn from history here. And what has history told us? And where is that going to go into the future? As of right now, we have four podcasts in the network, and one of which is between seasons and might actually rebrand. So it's exciting. We meet every week and do a little catch-up meeting with each other. It's very encouraging to hear kind of how we're doing and be in a group, a community of people, and be able to talk to each other about, how are our podcasts going and give each other, helpful advice on that. And it's been really cool to be a part of that. And I kind of wanted to share with you guys, what that's like. And it's just really cool to be able to meet with other podcasters and talk about stuff like that. So you might be wondering, you're like, all right, what are the 4 podcasts in the network? So the first podcast we have is BRCM Daily, which stands for Be Real, Connect More Daily, obviously. The host of BRCM Daily is my good friend Michael Shermack, and sometimes his sister Gracie Shermack. But Mike really, his vision for BRCM Daily, and I don't want to speak for him here, but I mean, this is kind of what I know of him. Mike really wants to be real and genuine with his topics on his podcast and really wants to help and connect with others. He talks about lots of different things. Sometimes he gives movie reviews and talks about whether or not he likes them or not, or, certain topics on where people should be going. I mean, it's really cool. It's super, super interesting. You definitely have to go check out BRCM. It's a great podcast to have on while you're working because you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, he's talking about Tiger King. I love Tiger King. It's so cool. So definitely go and check Mike Shermack, BRCM Daily, the host of BRCM Daily. Go check him out. Just kidding. Go check his podcast out. And yeah, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So that's one of the podcasts we have on. So one of the second ones we have on is Donaram podcast. It's a video game podcast, and they talk about many different games, some retro games, some new games. They talk about new releases that are coming out and some of the good memories they've had. They have different discussions about the video games and stuff like that. And they are amazing. The hosts of Donaram is 3 people. I know they have some crew behind the scenes as well that I've met. There's but the main 3 people on the show are Bo, Adam, and Don. And they're such a cool group of guys, and you definitely have to go and check them out. Remember, it's Don Zero Rom, or you can just go to Rally Network and you can find all of these amazing podcasts. RallyNetwork.net. Make sure to have the .net, otherwise, that's not how URL works. You'll probably find us in Google as well. I mean, I'm actually not sure about that, but RallyNetwork.net. You can find Donaram there. You can find BRCM Daily. And thirdly, we have a podcast called Wonderful Nonsense, which is one of my other really good friends, Quaid Spenwin. He is between seasons right now, so there isn't any coming out. I actually used to be on that podcast, but then it just got to be too much with me having two podcasts, and yeah. But Quaid is a amazing person, and he's actually between switching over. I think he's going to kind of switch his vision for Wonderful Nonsense. I believe it's going to be a changed name. I think it's going to be completely rebranded, but some of the ideas I've heard from him are just really, really, really cool, and definitely stay tuned about that. I will let you guys know when he launches his new podcast on here, so if you want to just keep listening, or you can make sure to, randomly check up on rallynetwork.net, and I'm sure it will pop up on there. And lastly, the fourth one is obviously me, which you all know about. I'm sure you know all about. I just explained that as my example. But yes, so I am the fourth one. Well, I mean, the podcasts don't have any number to them. But yes, I am one of the four. And we are currently looking for more podcasts to join our network. And we are going to be kind of figuring out when that's going to happen, when more people are going to be coming in. And that's super exciting. But like I said, we are a fairly new network. We are growing. We've actually grown a lot over the last 3 months. We launched on April 6th. Oh, I just gave out my random history fact of the day. Oops. We are pretty new. So it's what is it today? It's June 24th. So it's been two months. About a little over 2 months. And so, yeah, we're a fairly new network, but we've actually grown a lot. I have grown a lot since April 6th. So we would really appreciate if you would, go and tell your friends about us. Go check us out, rallynetwork.net. How many times can I say that this episode? I don't know. You can probably count it. But go and check us out, rallynetwork.net. We would really, really appreciate it. And on our website, there is a discussions tab where you can actually interact with us personally. And you can talk about our episodes, and you're like, I really liked this episode, and we'll respond to you. We'll talk to you about it. So yes, you can find us all on rallynetwork.net. And also, a little exciting news. In the near future, we are talking about possibly making a Rally Network YouTube channel and having some playlists on there of our episodes on there as well. So you could soon, possibly, find us on YouTube, which is exciting, super, super exciting. So we're branching out, and we are looking for more opportunities, and we're just growing, and it's really, really, really exciting to be a part of this network. But as always, at the end of my episode, I do always have a random history fact of the day. However, I already gave it away. It just slipped in my mind, went right over my head. But like I said a couple seconds ago, Rally Network was officially launched on April 6th. That was my random history fact for this episode. April 6th, Rally Network was launched. It was an amazing day, so exciting. The weeks going up to that it was so cool because we were just so hyped up because we're like, yes, we're actually launching a network. And now it's been 2 months, and look, that hype is still going strong. We are so excited to be a part of a network and be making podcasts. So yes, go and check out rallynetwork.net if you haven't yet. And make sure to also go check me out on Instagram at the Framework of Tomorrow and send me any thoughts and questions there, or at the Framework of Tomorrow at gmail.com. Make sure to rate me 5 stars on iTunes. That really helps me out. As I've explained in previous episodes, iTunes sees that and they're like, oh, they're getting traction, so we're going to let people see them more. That's just how it works. So if you want to go rate me, you don't even have to rate me 5 stars. You can rate me anything, just as long as you're interacting with my podcast on there. So yes, definitely, please go do that. And actually, if you want to, you can say in the comments if you want to be shouted out at the beginning of the episode. I will do that. I upload every Monday and Wednesday at 5 a.m., except today is Wednesday, and I didn't upload this morning, so some days it will upload a little late. But normally it's going to be Monday and Wednesday at 5 a.m., unless I have an insane week and I forget about it. I didn't forget about it. I was just going having an insane week. But have a great, fantastic rest of your day, and make sure to tune in next week, Monday, at 5 a.m. You don't have to wake up that early, but it will be released at 5 a.m. for another fantastic episode of The Framework of Tomorrow.